All right, we're live Saturday at John's. Once returns. Yeah. I'm not going to be doing much today. I'm going to make a motor crutch. John's working on his airplane. This is the wrong one. We got kind of a janky internet connection, so maybe we'll be all right. I don't know. Well, it looks bad. Choppy. Slow speed. Janky. Yeah. Let me turn this back on. Maybe that one. It should pick up the strongest signal. I don't know. Hard to tell. Nope. I wish the hell they'd make these cords one or the other. I got 15 different ends. You gotta have 10,000 cords. Okay, that's iPhone. That's USB-C. That's a C. Shit. I need an A. Let me guess, I don't have one here. That's a microphone. That's microphone shit. It ain't USB. Microphone. Yep. There we go. All right. And we'll get this going. Let's see if that helped. Yep, must be running off my modem instead of your modem. Oh.
Probably. It's been sort of weird here. I'm one day I got connections and the next day I don't.
Yeah, but the price is going up.
Oh yeah. Well, they sent us an email and said that they're sending you a new modem and router.
So they can spy on you.
Probably. Well, that kind of stuff.
And you got plenty you can sand out of here. The thickness of this nose, it's like a 1/2 inch thick up there.
What?
Right here. You can hog it out. At least
Oh yeah, I know it's thick, but I might leave it like that.
3/4 is what you need.
Thought they were 1 inch.
No. Three-eighths plus 1/4 or plus 1/8 is 1/2. Might 7/8 may work.
Well, they don't come like that.
Hey, somebody was drunk when I put that in.
Put what in? My drill bit walked, and I didn't notice it until it was too late.
Get a measurement off that so we can set up my motor mounts.
What, off this engine?
Yeah, the width of that. That's about right.
Man, this doesn't look long enough. They're not long enough. I can't use them short bolts.
I'll use 7/8 then.
They're 1 inch. One poking at the top.
Stick them through here and measure how much you got. Oh, it's the 3/4 for putting the motor plate in. You know, for the pinch
Yeah,
down.
1/8 inch and half inch.
That's it.
Full deep. And line that.
We got 5 watchers and 2 likes already. Cool. Yeah, I could have sheared them, but then you got the shear mark, you know, the rollover. Would have been quick work of it. Don't.
There you go, underneath the workbench.
Glad you didn't set that up for a prop extension. Huh?
I did, it seemed to work fine on
Yeah, but you're building a different kind of airplane. Oh, cool. Yeah, it would be nice to add one more coat of clear on my airplane, another quart.
Yeah.
Suppose I could. It'd be 58 ounces.
I take more than one
Yeah, full quart. Full quart is 1 ounce. Because it's
awfully clear.
See if your scale's the same as mine. And 1624. I got compound all over this thing. I told you I spent $1,500 on a laptop, didn't I?
No, you were talking about it there for a while, buying one, and you said, I asked if you bought one, you said no at the time.
Yeah, well, it took a crap. 1624.
Yes.
Asus.
What?
Asus.
That's that.
High card. Calculator, where are you at? Let's see here. I do not know. We're going to be going over to Woodcrafters today, so stay tuned for a live stream from Woodcrafters. We'll get to see the big candy store.
Dan, if you're watching. Thought I put that stuff on there a little thick. Evidently not.
Two thin coats is better than one thick coat. Yeah, we're back, Gary. Sorry about that. For some reason, this internet connection today is not very good. If it skips or whatever, just hold on. We'll be back.
Yeah, they're mucking around with our internet over here.
How else for?
Right now.
Like that.
Back now.
And we got 4 watching us now, so it's coming back.
If I use a pipe. If I don't use a pipe, then we got something completely different going on. Well, we'll have the same thing as what you got.
If I was you, I'd do like I did. That cuts out a bunch of weight.
Well, they weigh the same.
Yeah, but the positioning is different. The positioning is underneath the airplane after the CG.
Right, which I may need. I don't have 3/4 of an inch.
It don't matter.
Motor.
It don't matter. As long as you keep it light, it'll be fine. You want it a little nose heavy when it's a light airplane, so it's got directional stability. If you're flying tail heavy for the turn, it's always in a float. Good morning, Chris. Think of it this way, flying a tail heavy airplane. Take your car and load the trunk with 1,000 pounds of sand in the trunk and drive it on an icy road and tell me how it steers.
Yeah. I don't have to do that. I already tell you.
It'll feel like you're on ice skates.
You don't have control.
Right.
That'd be pretty good.
Got your muffler on there? Stick the muffler on there and let's see where we're at as far as weight goes. Need to get all the shit together and see what it weighs to see how much finish you can put on it.
Well, right now I'm not adding anything to it. I'm actually removing, because I still got to sand these.
Because that's negligible. That weight is. You won't take a ½ ounce off.
Yeah. Well, those are all fixed weights, so.
Not really. You could build them up. You know, have an open bay like magnet shit.
On what?
Flaps and elevators.
The elevators are built up.
No, I'm talking about, you know, ribs and tissue.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Billy with his Juno did an airfoiled ribbed affair that was covered. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I might try that.
I sort of like the old Noblers were.
No. Noblers were never like that.
They were hollowed out.
No,
Put ribs in them.
No, he took a flat sheet of 16th inch wood, cut it to shape, and then put a rib on top and a rib on the bottom and hollowed them
sort
out.
of an I-beam wing sort of looking thing.
Yeah, to follow the rib all the way back.
I've tried that, and I never had very good luck. They're not very stiff. You know what I mean?
Well, they don't have to be stiff if the airplane's light.
You still got 30 inches. And it can't be doing this number. You know what I mean?
Carbon fiber spar.
Well, this got carbon fiber in it. 2 pieces. One top, one bottom.
Are we still on, guys? Any more drastic buffering? Looks like we're okay. Doing good. Okay, Gary, great. Hey, did you send me over that badge? That 23 supporter badge? I need to get that implemented because everybody's whining that contributed and didn't get their badge. Because I can't, this new computer I have doesn't work with all the programs I got.
One little teeny spot on it. I might I'll probably get that out.
I would cover it, put simple green on it.
Covering it's just a little spot right there.
You sent it to me last night. What address did you send it to? Stunt Videos or Sparky FL? I'll look when I get home. I'll get a hold of you when I get home if I don't have it. Okay. I should be able to get it on my phone, but I don't see it. Unless I deleted it by accident.
Yeah, that's a possibility.
Because I don't open every email I get. Matter of fact, I'd say 90% of them go to the garbage. This here is less than 2 inches wide. It's 1 7/8 inches. I think that'd be good for 35 size pads. $57.3. Yeah, I'll go ahead and put another coat of clear on that baby. I can't find the thing. Well, okay. Shrink down real small and get under the bench, because that's where it went.
It's the dry washer for my motor.
Oh, that's not good. But you could make one. Not mine.
Beautiful. This is when you put that pin's not yours.
The pin's mine. Is that bent piece of wire, is not?
I don't know what that's about.
I've never seen anything like that, so I know it ain't mine.
It's like a crankshaft or something.
Side-mounted stunt shifts, huh? That's Frog Martin. I don't know what that means, but you've got it in a stand right there so you can work on it, work on the side.
Very handy.
I got one of these slats right here out of a bed. It's a bed slat.
Yeah.
I don't have the other one. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Those are just good furniture strips at the hardware store. You don't need anything expensive. Just get some couple furniture strips, but you gotta have them about that long. You gotta put a weight on it. If you don't put a weight on it, it'll dump stuff off this end.
I got plenty of weight. I got server weights. They're about this long, 1/2 inch thick, 6 inches wide.
Go down to the recycle center and get you buy some steel. It's like like that piece of them. If I bought that from Super Metals,
Maybe $200.
yeah, paid $35. $2 a pound. It should have been $3 a pound because of what it's made out of.
your cow's not ready for it, is it?
No, I don't have any cutouts in it.
Don't matter, we can just set it on the scale.
The only thing that's missing is that thing.
Yeah, but the cowl has got a block in it, it won't go, the cowl won't go on.
That's
We just set it in the cradle and weigh it. We'll do a little calculation to see what it's gonna weigh. You gotta keep after it, I can tell you that.
Yeah. Nature of it.
Check my phone, Gary, and I'll see if I got it on the Spark EFL. Because I get my email on the phone too.
A little bit of superfill to do on my joints on this.
I don't have it. You must be sending it to the wrong address. I'll send you a message. Oh, there we go. There we go. We got it. All right, cool. Okay, you just took my logo and okay, great. Thank you, Gary. I'll get that taken care of today when I get back. Get everybody squared away. You gotta poke it on the wire.
Shit, man.
Put that 3-pound piece of wire in there.
Same as you got in yours.
I got the little stuff. Is that the little stuff?
This is as little as this stuff will go.
Did you see how I did those things? Mine will still come off. You just have to cut.
Yeah, you embedded them. You formed a little U back into it and shoved it in there.
Yeah, I finished it off though. Put some aqua green on it, saying it splits the.
I'm not so sure what I'm gonna do with it, to be honest with you, because it might just get cut off and filled in. Whole grand scheme of things, 'cause I rather doubt that I'll ever replace it in there.
Three and a half now.
Well, we hit the wall at 3.
Right. I don't have to work for it.
I don't have to do it, period. I mean, it's that plain and simple. So don't have fuel tank, fuel line.
Landing gear. That's 5 ounces.
Landing gear and muffler.
I don't know what the muffler weighs. I think it's an ounce something. And we'll put it on the scale here. Where's that? Oh, there it is.
There's a header on there already.
Yeah, so
Longer than that.
2.5. Okay.
There's this fuel tank right there.
Where?
Right there. To your right. Right there.
4.4. Okay. Four. Wait a minute. Okay, what do we got here? $1307, 1307. 28. 46 plus 4.4 plus 3 ounces for the landing gear. That's 53.5. Even with the 6-ounce finish, it's 59. Yeah, I think that'd be. In all actuality, probably 60.
Well, we're not having very good wood.
But you gotta have tip weight, so we gotta add
Yeah.
0.5. That's 54. Plus 6-ounce finish is 60. Okay. You're right back there to the 62 ounces.
Yeah, because there's that 2 ounces of mystery weight or an ounce and a half or whatever. You can't build that wing any lighter than I built it outside of using lighter wood. I mean, I build all my wings the same way
Now
I
that's-
was building this latest wing with all the hollows in it.
That wing that's in this is not the wood that I gave you, right? I gave you the wood for that one.
Yeah, it's all part of it. This is even heavier wood yet.
That should weigh 5 ounces.
But, I mean, you see how hollowed out that is. You can't,
Yeah, just like I did mine.
this is how that wing's built. How almost all my airplanes are built just like this.
No, it's 5 ounces with the sheeting.
With the sheeting.
So that should be about 3.5.
2.4.
Well, very good.
Now this is 16th inch sheeting.
We got 12 watchers. Happy New Year! The first Saturday of John since last year.
You'll get something in the single digits, and I don't have anything. There's a 9.
You can go all the way to 11. For 5, well, I think 11 is, let me check here.
The 16th, not 330.
No, you 332nd. Let's see here, stun hanger. You want to go here and stun hanger, and we want to go balsa density and weight of balsa in grams 11, and length is 36. 36. 11. Width is 4 inches. 332. 332. Nope, you can even go heavier than that. Let's try. Let's try 15. See what that is. You can go up to, I think, 18. Oh shit! I don't know if we're online or not here. Yeah, I guess we are still. So we want to go home. Stunt hanger. No. Yeah. Chrome. Stunt hanger. Balsa density calculator. Let's try 18. What do you got there?
17 and 18 right there.
18, so we'll have to go 17. 17, 36, 36, 4 inches. Thickness is 3/32. 3/32. Yep, 17 is 4.8 pound wood, so anything less than 18. I gave you some real good choice stuff.
These are all 18 grams, so pretty much 18.
What do you got there? 17.
There's 115.
There you go, there's inboard. Let's see what 15 is. That's probably 3.5 pound wood. 15. 5.
Another one at 15.
4.2. So 315 for the inboard, unless you got lighter.
16.
There you go. That's the outboard. That's a scrap pile. Actually, it's still usable, but ooh, here's a good. Wrong. Let's look at the thickness of it. It's different thickness.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a little thinner. Still weighs 13 grams.
You gotta watch that because some of it's, the metric.
This is thin. Might as well go ahead and weigh it, I guess.
10 grams.
10.
It's already marked.
Yes. This is 10 too. 10.
Okay, so what do we got here? We got 18's no good. We got a 16, we got 15, 15, 15. So there's inboard. We got 16, 17, and a 17. There's the outboard. There's your sheeting. Okay, inboard and outboard. What do you got there?
Well, no, it's sort of in between thicknesses.
164.
Yeah, see, it's not 16th and it's not.
It's metric. 164. Here's your sheeting right here. Use that. 164. One 164. 5.7, so that'll be a 5-ounce wing. when
You got
cut
6 pieces or 5?
6.
I don't take 6.
Yeah, it does. Well,
It takes 5 because you got to cut the angle of the
cap strips, center strips. It's
Oh, well,
So you got a 5.5 3/4 ounce wing, probably. It's gonna be about the best you can do with what you got.
It's not even the rest of the center sheet.
Huh?
It's not even the rest of the center sheet.
That's enough wood. I mean, you'll have to cut it out of another piece, but all total, that's all the cap strips, all the center sheeting, and all the. So you got 5 3/4. So you have to think about in advance where to cut 3/4 of an ounce. And
Well, I could take this thing and drill some holes in it.
right. And you got
Right.
like no landing gear clips in that? Yeah, I don't know what the deal is, Gary, with this thing. And yes, Gary, I got the image. Thank you. He just took our 22 triangle and made it 23, so I'll fix that when I get home. Even my wing is built, the half panel that I got built is a little over what it's supposed to be.
It's phenomenal what just that dense wood will do.
But by weighing every part, every single step of the way, it gives you the opportunity to say, well, I'm 3/4 of an ounce overweight here, where can I cut it?
Well, yeah, I mean, I did that up until this point. Now I'm sort of at fixed weights. I'm only adding. Not taking anything major off. I'm not doing any major sanding, no shaping, none of that shit. I'm just adding silk span and dope.
Well, right now as it sits, you're at 60 ounces plus 2 mystery ounces, 62.
So I could try to find a lighter fuel tank.
Yeah, that would help.
That might save half an ounce.
No, ounce. How much does that tank weigh? That's what I
It's
look.
heavy, but it doesn't mean it doesn't have the bump or the clunking.
Yeah. Yeah, there's part of your mystery ounce right there. 62 minus 57.
This weighs the same as a plastic tank. 54 grams.
my airplane is 5 ounces lighter than this one. 5 ounces. I mean, you think, well, 5 ounces, you'll be able, that's tough.
5 ounces at a gram here and a grain there and this and that there and there. Yeah, it's overall.
Right.
The wood was lighter.
It has to be.
I haven't built any different. I don't build any different than you do.
Right.
You know, so it's all just in the wood. Now you set these two airplanes down, and if you set that wing down by your wing, and you'd be hard pressed to walk in the door and tell whose is whose.
Right.
Now, if it was one of your older wings where you had that real light wood and you didn't hollow all the ribs out like that, but that saves an ounce of weight when you're using 5 pound plus wood.
But when you're using 3.5 pound wood, it doesn't save shit.
It doesn't save shit, no.
It
But it does when you're using that 5, 5.25, 5.5 pound wood. It saves you 1 ounce. I weighed every single cutout in there, put them all in a box and weighed them, saved them, and weighed them, and it saved 1 ounce. So this wing is built just like that one, just like my other ones out there. They're all built the same.
I think we're offline again. Are we still online, guys?
I don't know. It's movement.
Maybe buffering. Yeah, okay, great.
So
And when you got 5 pound wood, doing all that hollowing really saves a lot of weight. But when you got 3.5 pound wood, like my Monato's made from, those ribs on the outboard side, they're just holes. They're 3/4 inch holes. Boom, 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 like a real airplane. You know?
yeah, just oval.
No, holes. Just boop, 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 boop. No, I didn't cut between them or nothing. So they're basically solid, but I use less wingtip weight that way. So, trade-off. This airplane, how much asymmetry is in it? 3/4 of an inch?
Probably, yeah.
1/2 ounce of wingtip weight, and if you're using more than that, you're
That's
done.
about all I put in. 1/2 ounce, 5/8 ounce maybe.
I would look into getting a lighter tank.
Well, that weighs the same as if I put a plastic tank in.
How much
I
does it weigh?
compared them.
2 ounces?
That's 2.5 ounces.
HDR 250. Resin will do fine. Right.
But that's good, and build them up like that and then heat cycle them. Yeah, bulletproof tank.
The first tanks I build, I'm going to build with 1/2 ounce finish, the 1/2 ounce glass cloth inside, or the first wrap, and then put on a roll of 2/10 carbon fiber, wrap it with 2/10 carbon fiber, and then put on an ounce layer on it, and then 1/2 ounce again.
Veil?
Yeah, veil. Just so I can say, it's carbon fiber!
It's got carbon in it. Yeah, it doesn't do it.
But I want to use the 1/2 ounce because it's close, it's like e-glass, it's close mesh, so it'll be a real smooth inside and a real smooth outside.
That's what I do on the nose. I just have one squirrel.
Right. That's what's on mine.
I would have used 3/4, but I don't have any 3/4. I got 1.5 ounce.
That's good.
But that's a little heavy. It doesn't like to lay and comply. And I thought that was too heavy and it would take too much epoxy to build the grain. I've only ever used 1/2 ounce. The danger of the beast.
Let's get this going so
It's coming along slowly. At least it's getting there. The guy that's, you see my elevator deflection?
Same as mine.
Yeah.
I think we ought to try them right there.
I do too. You need less flaps. Less flaps is less drag. As long as you got enough to do the job. You gotta have a light airplane to use less flaps.
Right. I don't know what you said there. Okay. I plugged it in. Let's see what it says here. Buffering on and on. Not bad. We'll hang in there. Okay. We're going to be going to Woodcrafters here shortly. And I'm going to do a live stream from Woodcrafters, the woodworkers candy store.
Yeah.
I need to pick up a pint of CA. And maybe some clamps or something. You didn't see all the shit that I bought that's sitting on my apartment floor, did you?
Now you bring me over a piece of brass tubing either, did you?
I forgot.
Put the motor in there. Might even work that motor. How long are these?
This is 2 inches exactly.
Well, those are 2 inches.
They're different widths, so. These are ½ inch.
Yeah. And
I gotta make them 3/8.
let's put some parallels in there and cut them exactly the same width. And one of them's a little bit narrower than the other one. Unless you wanted some of this anodized stuff, it's a little harder.
We can cut these down, whatever. I don't know what you're gonna do with this, but I figured, well,
I do all sorts of things. You want these right here? Are they the same?
anodized ones, we can cut them down.
Yeah, we can cut them down.
Only got one out now. I got two. I took my deburring tool and, burnished this.
Yeah, I need to get me a round for holes and one for flats. I don't have one for flats. Let's see here. These, I need to get me a set of thin parallels.
Do them both at the same time, can you?
Well, I can't. I'm going to, but
That'll work.
it's hard to get them in there flat.
Yeah, there's something fishy about John's internet connection.
That'd probably be good.
Yeah, I bought a Wen track saw. Saw and track, 100-inch track. I bought jigs for clamping cabinet corners together. I
You're
bought,
buying all this stuff just to make your own personal cabinets?
yeah. I bought a skill router. And skilled router bits, a set, 48 bits or whatever. 30 or I don't know, whatever the hell it says. And what else did I get? I got pocket hole jig by Craig. What else did I get? Oh, I bought a belt sander by Skill. I know there's something else. I'm gonna buy a Skill cable saw too.
You're gonna go into business making cabinets?
No? I got a lot of stuff to make.
Buying a lot of stuff for.
I got a lot of stuff to make at home though. Kitchen cabinets and bathroom.
You're gonna do kitchen cabinets too? Yeah, you're biting off a lot.
I can do it cheaper myself, even if I buy all this stuff.
Yeah?
Or I can buy IKEA particle board shit and have it after 55 years.
Something a half an inch thick somewhere. Or 3/8. 3/8 now.
That's it. It looks right. Oh, it's a little big. This ruler's too big to fit in there. Need a 6-inch. I even heard the Bourbon Moth cabinet maker said, "We're not building a clock, we're building a cabinet." You know, you see, I'm buying a lot of stuff. To me, tools are an investment.
Well, you come from a construction worker, talking about buying tools and shit.
Close enough.
That's not, that's just anodized aluminum, that's
Whatever.
not titanium.
Whatever. We do have titanium in one of our airplanes. Okay.
Yeah. These will come in handy, I mean, I got flat stock, some of it's big pieces, and you really don't want a big piece to start off with, and have to cut a little teeny chunk out of it, so these small pieces like this are perfect. Perfect. Getting that collection of stuff going on
I got a piece of round bar just like this, but back in St. Louis, it's about this long. I use it as a grip.
here. Yeah.
Wham!
Got grass and
Steel.
bronze. Grass and bronze. And bronze is a quarter-inch. 3/4 inch square. 1 inch square. 3/8 by 1.
Butter stuff.
The little piece here and there, and if you go down to the recycling joint, a lot of your local recycling joints will sell you your aluminum by the pound.
Yeah.
And I go down.
Sorry about that, guys. Nothing I can do, though. We're going to be going over to Woodcrafters shortly anyway, so when I come back, I'll hook up to my modem instead. Boy, it's a nice spinner you got there. The only thing I don't like about these spinners is right here, where they meet the nose ring. It's got a weird shape. It goes like that. Probably
Yeah, sort of flat.
we need to sand that off or something. This line right here.
It's not angled to the shape, it's flat.
We have to make a new backplate then.
The tree turns are angled.
You can do it.
Well, it's been 1,000 hours. You know how much this stuff costs?
What? What?
All that machining and all that.
You're gonna have a problem right here too, so make sure you super fill this
Yeah.
real good. Because I get the same thing on my airplane. I screwed up.
It's gonna have a little ridge.
You got a flat right there.
It's gonna have a little ridge all the way around it.
In all actuality, standing right here, looking at it at my angle, so you have to get your head down here. You can see where this comes like this, and then takes a nosedive down. So you got a high spot right here. What I would do is take a card and just fill out all the super fill all the way back to here, and then sand it to a taper. What? Move around this side.
All I see is that the spinner comes back and then it's got this flat.
I'll put my finger right there where the, I want you to look right there. So, like I say, what I would do is, you know, leave this on here, tape it up, and just take a card and then smooth super fill all the way back to here and then sand it. That way it'll blend right in.
But these are flat,
Right.
for sure. So I'm sure I didn't put that on your back. I could have, I don't think I did because it's got. I don't know, not gonna get it's really expensive. Make it a spinner. When I turn 2 inches, I'm at the max, so I'm afraid of my jaws and chuck. I got like a Get over there and first start turning, just waiting for things to fly out.
We got a flat right here too. Get that up there.
I'll worry about it when the time comes.
I'm just telling you. That way I don't have to go, hey, what do you do about
There's
that?
little boogers all over it.
I'm not looking for boogers, I'm looking for shit. Right there. I know you just got it roughed in, but pay attention right there.
Yeah, I haven't even started sanding on it yet. I just barely got the shape enough to glue it on. And that's really all I did. I just glued it on there. That's just rough shape.
I know how many hours it takes to sand these.
You don't see it in dope with paper going on it yet, do you? There's a reason for that.
We got air brakes on this one too.
Yeah.
You'll like this one. So you like the canopy farther forward there? Mine stops right about here.
You know, I had this piece molded at that length.
Lazy.
I stuck it on there and stuck the front part of it on at that distance. And I'd been debating whether or not I was gonna put a plastic canopy on it and cut this back into here, place a plastic.
I'll tell you what determines my nose length.
Yeah.
This block right here. You take a 36-inch piece and cut it right in half, you got two airplanes. So 18 inches is where my,
Your brake line's at.
Yeah. I do everything for convenience.
Well,
This is less than 18, isn't it?
probably.
See it?
It's not too far off of it. There's 12.
Yeah, it's not 18.
16 inches.
That's 12, 15, 16, 17, 18 right there. That's where this line right here would be back here in mine.
Yeah.
We get some 2.8 wood here.
No. $2.80, 7.1 pound.
Oh. Yeah.
38 grams for a 3 by 36 inch by 3/16.
I use 6 pound wood at 3/16 for my spars. 6 pound.
Well, yeah, because you don't want to use real funky ass wood for the spar.
I do. I mean,
Well, you want to use as light a wood as you can, but if you use 2 pound wood for your main spars.
oh, this is already done. Perfect.
Yeah, I know.
What's the length here? Oh, it don't matter.
It's long enough that you'll probably end up cutting some of this off and you'll have to airfoil it to with the wing. These are at least 12 inches long. Almost 13 inches long, 12 3/4.
Yeah.
Hold up that airplane, that'll take her to.
I'll just that stupid ruler. 6, 7 ounce, 8 ounce. Yeah.
Yeah. They're all weigh about the same.
Got to be less than 3 ounces. Perfect. 2. Perfect.
It's amazing, isn't it?
What?
Those things just sprung up out of the clear blue sky.
Yeah. Perfect.
You can't get a lighter, stronger
No.
crutch than this. You know, with the crosswood inlet into the maple and the cutout for the thickness, that gives you your 1/8 inch that, you know, everybody's got to shim their tanks up. And then still full thickness at the motor area. And then you're gonna cut off
An inch, almost 3/4.
probably. You know, these go, you put a firewall in there, you're 1/8 inch forward of the firewall. Cut off at least 1 inch. You still got 1.5 inches out there if you wanted to run them all the way to the.
Glued to a piece of 3/16 on top.
Yep.
That way, when you sand over, you're not sanding it into the wood. When you sand this way, because I got blocking, I'm not sanding into this.
I've even used a 1/4 inch on the top of that.
Now, what that does is change the thrust line.
1/8 of an inch or 1/16 of an inch, that doesn't make no difference. You can change that thrust line 1 inch and not make a damn bit of difference.
I don't know. I just know.
These numbers are also flexible. However high this is above the center point of that wing, they didn't determine how high this was against that. They put the wing in where they thought it was 3/4 of an inch below the spinner, and wherever it ran, this just went flush with the top of the fuselage sides on most airplanes. And this one, they got moved down.
I always lay my wing out 1.5 inches below the datum line for the center line. And then this stab is always on the date, so it's laying flat on the table.
Right. It was for convenience.
Right.
It's not about a dimension, it's convenience.
Right, but it works. So once it works, I'm not going to change it.
Right. I mean, I build them all in line.
Yeah,
And
I
they
know.
fly good. They fly just as good as these do, all in line. So that shows, you know, you can go from all in line to anywhere in between there. I know it'll be argued that this moves up, gets out of the aerodynamic vortexes coming off the wing and the prop thrust and
You'd be argued by
this and
Brett
that
Buck.
and- well, I can't knock him. You know, he's a scientist. He's got that scientific mind, and when you go through experiments at Lockheed or wherever, you know, and they do that, they do extensive researching and stuff on that stuff and testing and everything, and they know. But does it work on this?
No, we don't fly in scale air.
Right. So I know, to be honest with you,
And we're only flying at 55 miles an hour. I don't know what them vortex generators and the pinking tape and all. I think it's right here.
it would have to make a marked improvement in something. I mean, to where, you know, it's a light bulb situation. Wow, man, that really was.
Well, let me ask you this. Have you ever taped your hinge lines?
No. Well, I did once.
Did it make a marked improvement?
I couldn't tell any difference.
It made such an improvement on me that I vowed never to do it again.
I couldn't tell the difference. I flew the airplane, couldn't tell the difference, and the fuel got on and it started making it peel off all the time. So I said, get rid of this shit. It's the one less thing I have to worry about.
This setup right here we come up with is the closest thing that I, take hinge lines. I like that. And the elevators, that really makes a difference.
You know, Keith Trothel did this years and years ago on this blocky wolf.
Yeah.
Years ago. Did the exact same thing. The same kind of hinges, the same recess, except I think he sanded that radius in there instead of leaving it square, except right on the tip. Doesn't make any difference whether it's actually. I don't think it does. Now, if the air wants to come here and circulate around there, well, it's coming around here too, to circulate around in there, so they're hitting each other right in the center of that. But you can't tell that that's not radius like this wing right here at the tip, it looks like. It's just perfect for the radius of this, the elevator and the flaps. But that's just right out here on the ends.
Now, one thing Randy Smith said to me that kind of makes a sense to me, and then again, I don't know whether it makes any big deal, is the wingtip shape. He says that the wing area is determined from the trailing edge, and that's why the SVs have flight streak wingtips.
I heard that it's the way the air comes off the wingtips. And I did this sort of a B-51 sort of looking instead of the slanted ones like sort of yours are like this.
Yeah.
Where they're, yours are sloping in, the SV is sloping down. This is just T-51, like a real airplane mold. I think with an SV wing you get more wing area because you do. These are coming out here, so you got that much more wingtip area.
I think I'm going to try it on my one I'm building now.
This adds more wingtip area than what the kind of wings that you have on yours, because I've got this much more ring here on each tip. See, you be coming out here and coming way back in here.
I'm losing about, looking at it, 4 inches.
Yeah, on each tip, yeah. This wing's still right at 60 inches. And so, but I gained a little bit right there. That makes a difference. I don't think it makes.
These wings are 710 square inches. I don't think
it makes a difference to give a rip. But I'm not Brett or Fitzgerald or any of these top.
they can fly towards and make it work.
Well, yeah, they could. Joe Gilbert. Look at Joe Gilbert. He'll beat you with a bone stock little remaster. Let you fly your big stunt plane. He'll outscore you. A lot of that is just, natural ability. Buy that 51?
Not interested. Hey,
Lighter weight.
everybody less power. Everybody like my new airplane? Can you see it? This is the Aegis 2nd edition. I see it right there. It feels good.
Boy, it's turning that corner real quick already, man. Look at that. I don't know. It's it's fun playing around with this stuff, and you make changes on every single airplane that you build.
Yeah.
They're little. Don't mean a lot. Might not even do anything. But it's a change.
Right.
Now whether or not you went 5/8 for that spinner extension, or 3/4, or 7/8, or you move that tank back on this one airplane, then we'll go back 3 inches into the leading edge of the wing, and this one's only going back in there 1.5 inches. So
that tank's back in there all the way to the bell crank on this one.
This is cut back in there too. It's cut back in there a bit, probably 2 inches. But I don't have a 3/4 inch prop shaft extension.
gotta keep, well, see, you can go up in gross weight from where I'm at because the center of gravity's farther forward for you. I mean, that's a fixed, you're working around a fixed weight, that engine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Unless we can figure out how to take the fins off of it, take an ounce off the motor.
All the, you know, there's so many good designs out there that work, you know, that are world-class designs that have the same numbers.
Do you have to watch the moisture content in the storage of the wood? And keep it dry and keep it, you know, you don't want to leave it out in the rain.
Well, I'm in the basement and I do not have a wet basement. Knock on wood. My basement is very dry. I don't have cinder block walls, I have poured concrete walls, the floor is sealed, the walls are sealed. Yeah, I'm fortunate I don't have a wet basement at all. If you got a wet basement, you could very well have too high moisture content. I don't think it's, you know, guys in woodworking, you know, they'll make a special cabinet or room and keep the humidity at a certain level and all that stuff to keep the wood from checking and cracking. And
But when you put the leading edge wood in the tub, how much moisture do you think you got in it?
Yeah, well, you're talking bigger lumber, and then they wax the ends of the lumber so it doesn't dry out throughout the whole piece of lumber, and it doesn't. It's bad.
Let's see how long we've been on. We've been on.
But I've never ever really worried about it. I can tell you right now that if you got a real moist, a moist piece of wood, and you stick some thin CA on it, it'll smoke like crazy.
Stick it in your car during the summer for a day. It'll dry it up.
I think the biggest thing is I like to lay my wood flat and not in store. I don't like storing my wood like that.
Yeah.
I would prefer to store it like this and put a piece of pine on top of it to help it keep it laying flat.
That's how it's stored at home, but here in Dayton, I gotta store it standing up.
I think when you stand up like that, it can warp and twist and get wingly, you know, and especially if you don't have it real tightly packed in a box or something where it can't go nowhere. Hobby shops store like this because it takes up less room.
Right. That's why it's like that. It's
Uh, But my racks are horizontal. I went to U-Haul, and if you dig around in there, you can find a 72-inch box that's, I think, is 6 by 6.
Cut them in half.
And you cut them in half, and they're cheaper than buying a
36.
48 or a 36-inch box.
Yeah.
They're like half price, and you get 2 boxes for the price of one. So you got to look around. It's not easy to find, but U-Haul has them. And that's what I did. You have to tape them all up. You have to pull the flaps there to tape them. You know, that's no big deal. But yeah, it's. I was surprised. I'm looking at that. I can get this 72-inch 6 by 6 by 72, and it was $3.50 a piece or something like that. But for a 6 by 6 by 36, it was $8.50. You know, almost double the price. You get half the box. Nah, I get the big one. Cut it. I could cut it at 48 inches if I wanted to. Just waste it and still be ahead.
Yeah. Well, I think we're going to stop this stream at 2 hours, and then we're going to go to Woodcrafters. And I'll try the live stream from Woodcrafters. No guarantees, especially with as wonky as the computer's being.
Yeah, it's being sort of. They're sending us a new modem and all that stuff for a reason.
Yeah, 5G, they're getting ready to spy on you.
Well, they're already good.
No, I mean really spy on you. You're going to be part of the Internet of Things.
Yeah, they want to embed your brain. They want to get all the microwaves in your brain.
Remember, everybody, say no to CBDs. Do not get involved with digital money. They can track you. They can shut you off. They say, well, you can't have no food. Your card's no good.
Yeah, that's a fact.
Perfect.
It's the only side that you can check it on, the flat side. Comes in handy. Wood false and wood square.
You know, did you see that in Washington, D.C., you have to have a QR code to get into Whole Foods?
Really?
Yeah. You get everybody that has to have a phone and a QR code to get into the store, say no to it.
Yeah, quick walk to the shore.
That's the mark of the beast, and do not get involved.
Well, they're wanting to put the things in your hands.
Yeah.
And now, they're trying to put something in your chip in your brain to make you programmable.
Now the younger generation, they might go for that, but I don't think.
Listen, there's a bunch of brainwashed people out there that really think that a lot of this stuff's good, and maybe it has a good.
I can't see any good in it.
I don't see any good in it because you're just doing away with your rights. You know, you have the right to free travel. You have the right to do this. You may never ever really truly own anything. The government owns it. You know, or the bank owns it, or whatever. You know, if you get a loan, you take out a loan for something, they write you an IOU note.
Well, that's what the money is, an IOU.
And the money is a note too. So you're giving them a note back. So in essence, nothing's ever exchanged hands except a product for a product. You know, this person had the product to begin with, they give the product to you. And you still don't own it. The government still owns it. I mean, they'll come back under eminent domain or whatever they want to make up and take it all away from you at a moment's notice. I don't know. I'm gonna get off my high horse on that because we could go on. That's not model related.
Yeah, I just want to make everybody aware. Do not get involved with CBDs.
You guys got to make you one of these or get you one from Jim Lee.
Nose ring Sanders.
Nose ring Sanders. They work like a champ. You put your motor in there, you stick it over the shaft of the engine, you sand your nose ring, and that makes the back plate between your spinner and the nose ring.
You know what they look like? They're a little short. They look like grips for a motorcycle.
Just about, yeah.
They're a little short. But
I made these. These aren't Jim Lee's, but I was fiddle farting around and decided I didn't have any.
well, I wanted Jim Lee to make me one with this on the end of it, and he wouldn't do it. So he said, then people, well, whatever. I mean,
well, they might, but you can. This has got 150 grit paper on it, and you can grind your nose ring right completely off.
Oh yeah.
With a drill. As long as you're doing it by hand, not so easy, but you stick it in a drill and it'll flat go through some material. But they work. They work good. I think his are 2-piece. That's something to do. I like tinkering around with stuff like that.
I know, you're a tinkerer. You should be a speed flyer.
These things, I had 2 trash cans full of aluminum chips off these things here. 2 trash cans full.
Well, you turned off 50% of it.
Yeah. 2.5 inch diameter piece of aluminum tubing or pipe, rod.
Bar.
Yeah, or rod. I think they're called a rod. But anyway, it gave me something
To do.
Well, I was thinking about making wheels.
Yeah.
Not for production. Don't get any ideas, anybody. Not for production, but I don't have a rotary table. And it really takes a rotary table.
I'll tell you what would be a cool wheel. And it wouldn't take a rotary table.
I mean, I could do it on there.
You could do this real easy.
But the cutouts are a pain in the ass.
Is this paper scrap?
Yeah, it's all on paper.
Okay. That's not good. We're looking at the rim here. It's not the tire. So we leave a 3/16 or a quarter or whatever. Could even go an eighth around the outside like so. And I would want to set these. These would be cool.
What it look like center line rims or drag race rims?
Baby moons.
Yeah.
And then in the center here is your hub. And then the axle. Okay, so from the profile of it, it would look like this. Let's see, how would I do that? Come on now. Other way. And then the axle will go through here.
Yeah, that's sort of like those old center line mags that were solid mags.
But you could make
And
that,
they're cutouts.
you could make that inside piece 1/16 of an inch, solid,
Yeah, it wouldn't even have to be at an angle like you got it there. It could be
straight
it
up
could
and
be
down.
straight up and down.
Would look
It
cooler
would
at an
still-
angle.
Well, yeah.
Make one side straight and the outside angled, if you didn't want
They weigh a lot.
to. I don't think so.
That's why all this thin stuff and even the cutouts, the ribbing in it to take off even more weight. Yeah, you could do that all on the lathe, just 90% of it.
90, 100.
100% of it. But
And they would look cool. And then polish them up. I know you're gonna try it.
I want to do the cutouts in them.
The problem is, you could do one side, no problem. Turning it over to do the other side, because you got nothing to grip. You'd have to make a mandrel.
You got your a mandrel that'll go through the bushing area and bolt it on. And when you flip it around, you bolt it through the bushing for the axle.
You have to make a 1/4-inch hole,
And then,
a 1/4-inch hole for the bushing,
right.
and then have a mandrel to go in through that quarter, because you couldn't go through an 1/8 inch.
Yeah, and you don't want threads going through there. You want a mandrel that's just a little shot to the other side, so when you put a washer and nut in the middle, it
Exactly,
cinches
yeah.
it down and holds it from spinning. Yeah, I've got mandrels already made up like that.
And the problem is, you could do one, you probably wouldn't be able to duplicate the other one exactly.
Well, you can, but it's really hard, and my machinery isn't accurate.
They need to be CNC'd.
It's if you had a DRO, you can get a lot closer, but I can't do it with these dials and stuff, and there's so much in play, backlash in the handles and stuff that.
Over by Woodcrafters, is there Harbor Freight too over there?
No. Harbor Freights are either up on Needmore Road or down by Dayton Mall. Same distance apart.
You bet, Kevin. LGB. It's 11 o'clock. He said, "Let's go, Brandon."
We could go ahead and go there and do a sort of a dual thing, make our rounds and come back and with lunch.
Yeah. We're gonna go to lunch now, guys. Look for a live stream from Woodcrafters, the toy store for woodworkers. I'm gonna pick up some C8. So thanks for watching. We'll see you in a bit. Fair winds, tight lines. See ya.